Hey everybody, sorry it's been so long. Things have just been absolutely crazy and I have not had a spare moment to do anything that's extra. So I just want to give you guys an update on exactly what's going on here and let you know where we're at. First off, just general stuff. I am working still from home at the call center job. I also work at the local fire station doing their accounting. And I also got another job, just coincidentally knew somebody that needed help, doing the closed captioning transcription for a local real estate show here. Excuse me. So doing all that is just, it's been taking up every second of my time. Plus I watch Nate still, obviously, during the day. And we still have a nurse coming in. She actually is here until... She's got like 2 or 3 more weeks, and then I'm on my own because he no longer is eligible to have a nurse come because he got the tube out. Yay, yay, yay. I can't remember if I don't remember when I last updated, but he got the tube out. The site was leaking. It never closed on its own, so he had to have it surgically closed. He had to stay overnight for that. He did really well with it, though. He couldn't eat all day, and I was so worried how he was going to be, but he was just wonderful. It was at a bigger hospital in a big city. It was actually a pediatric surgical unit. So they had like the little, who makes those? Is it Little Tykes that makes like the little cars and things? They had those, and he was riding in those like around the floor and around the excuse me, surgery floor, and they had tons of toys, and it was a pretty good experience. We kept him busy, we kept him playing, and he did really well. It was nice because I was concerned because of the cleft palate surgery, and again, I can't really remember what I talked about and what I didn't, but I was concerned after the cleft palate surgery. He was miserable and just kind of unconsolable, and he's never that way. But after this one, he was fine. They actually let me go into recovery, which they did not let in the other hospital. I don't think. No, they brought him out into like the ambulatory surgery. So I got to go into recovery. I got to hold him right afterwards. And it was so sweet because the nurse was holding him, trying to, I guess, wake him up. And he was kind of crying and fussing, and then I held him, and he just fell right back asleep. And every now and then he'd wake up, and he was totally out of it, like you could tell. Every now and then he'd wake up and he'd look around and make sure I was still there, and he'd fall back asleep. But he handled it like a trooper. I mean, I'm just amazed at how everything that this poor kid has been through and how absolutely wonderful and personable he is. I mean, he just loves people, and we just don't ever have a problem with him. I mean, people just are amazed at how wonderful he is. And they always tell me you can't strike gold twice. They always tell me that the next baby will not be this way. So, on to the next baby. I had an IUI last Sunday, and I had 4 follicles that were ready. 3 definitely, 1 possibly. It was like almost at a 16, I'm pretty sure it was ready. They had actually upped my dose of gonal-f halfway through the injections to go from 75 to 150. They didn't really give me an explanation as to why. I almost think my doctor takes the approach, Corky, don't start. My doctor takes the approach if it's not working, and this would be our 4th IUI since Nate was born. If it's not working, he tends to push a little to make it work, which is good. I'm glad that he's that way because the more cycles you do, the more discouraged you get, the more defeated, and that's never good. So this is our 4th IUI. I'm really hoping it's positive. Obviously, having 4 follicles increases our chances for multiples. I wouldn't hate it. Paul's getting, I'm sorry, I have something in my throat. Paul's getting where he really wants to, because he's going to be 41 this year, so he really wants to have our kids and, stop going through the fertility treatments and stuff, which I can't blame him. I mean, it's a lot to deal with, and it's a lot to, I mean, as everyone knows, it's a lot to go through. It's not really, it's different going the second time around. I mean, if we never got pregnant again, I've experienced it with Nate, and I've had Nate, and I'm so thankful for that. I mean, but I really don't want him to be an only child. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just our preference. We wanted a lot of kids. So I wouldn't hate it if we had multiples. I think I could probably talk him into one more if I got pregnant right now. Depending on with how many, I could probably if we had twins, it'd be a little harder to convince him to go for another round, but I really do. I want a lot of kids, and if we move right along, we should have time for that. Let's see what else. So Nate's doing wonderfully. The tubes out, obviously. He's eating everything by mouth, and he eats a ton, and he's great, and he's healthy. And everything else is pretty much good. He just graduated a couple weeks ago from physical therapy. She no longer comes to the house, which is kind of sad. I mean, these people that Nate has introduced us to, basically, are people that we've gone really close to. I mean, she became a really good friend. You know, we go to her house, and we play with, Nate plays with her kids and stuff like that, so we'll still see her, but it's sad to not see her every week. And Nate just loves her. But, you know, it was stretching it, even getting it renewed, because he's, you know, pretty much absolutely fine now. His speech therapy still continues, and that's based more on speech now and less on eating, obviously. He is talking. The concern with the cleft palate is the way that the air goes through the mouth and through the nose. Kids with cleft palate can be nasally, that's why they require speech therapy. Nate seems to, I mean, he's talking, he says a few words, and he signs a ton. He absolutely signs a ton, to the point where we have to say it with your mouth, because he'll sign, oh my god, he probably knows maybe 25, 30 words. He knows a ton, and he picks more up all the time. And it's so nice to see him develop, because at this point, when we say, like, we're going to speech therapy, he'll do this, or, well, he does this, but, to play, because he knows to play. So we're just working with a couple things with her. She actually says that we might, when he comes up for reevaluation, we might drop it down to once a month, which would be nice. I hate dragging him out every week to the hospital. And winter freaks me out because the germs and the flu and everything else that's at the hospital, I don't love it, but at the same time he needs it. So, and knock on wood, this is 2 winters now, he's never gotten sick from it. What else? House is still not done, as you can see, and I don't know how much of my mesh you can see. Living room's pretty clean. My office isn't. I'm not going to show you that. Like I said, I just don't have any time, and we have not touched the house probably since Nate's been born. And that's so pathetic, because there's so much that needs to be done. Excuse me. We keep talking about, we need to get this done, we need to get that done, and we haven't had a chance. Obviously, if I get pregnant, we are going to be in full... It's harder with Nate. My sister is really involved in Nate's life since I lost my mom. And so he goes with her sometimes, and that's nice because it gives us time. It's very hard, as I'm sure anyone with kids knows, it's very hard to try to get stuff accomplished while he's here. Not only because of, you know, someone's got to care for him and do whatever, but because with the remodeling and the drywall and everything comes a lot of dust, and I really don't want him breathing that in. So that's been a challenge, and we've been just dealing with so much other stuff. My husband's having knee problems. He needs surgery. We're just waiting on that to be scheduled. So it's just been crazy. And I pray at some point it calms down a little bit. And I think we're headed in that direction because now things are better with Nate. There's no more pump. I mean, I'm so looking forward. I feel like I'm talking super fast. I apologize. We're so looking forward to this summer because there's no tube, there's no pump. Because that was a huge hindrance last summer. He was on the continuous feeds. I don't remember for how long. At some point in the summer they went down, I think. But it really hindered what we could do with him, where we could take him. And what, you know, this summer I really look forward to just getting out with him. You know, walking over to the library, walking to a park, things like that. So we're looking forward to that. I do, like I said, I want to get more involved in YouTube again. I really hate that I let that slide. I don't even know, like, I haven't even watched videos, and there's people that are about to have babies I didn't even know were pregnant. That's how long it's been. People that had babies that I didn't know they were pregnant. And there's people that aren't there anymore, and I don't know why or what happened to them, but, you know, that's kind of sad when you follow somebody and they're not there anymore, but, you know, everybody has their own reasons. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this for now. I will definitely let you guys know what happens when I test next weekend. Hopefully we will get a positive, and I wouldn't even mind if it's with multiples. I mean, I'd love for them to be healthy though, so I don't want you know, too many. I think, you know, twins would be great. You know, triplets or whatever, then you're talking, you know, a little bit more of a problem. But, and we're talking about the NICU, I'm sure, if we have twins, so I don't know how I feel about that based on our past experience. But I hope everybody's doing well, and if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know, and I will try to do videos. All right, take care, guys. Bye.